Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, today Raila Odinga made an impromptu visit of GITHURAI, and in that abrupt rally, the people within that region welcomed his call. And the call is very simple. The call is on this maandamano, or the mass action that will take place after the 14th day, that is if William Samoei does not honor the requests that Raila Odinga issued. And he issued them on Wednesday at that rally at Jacaranda grounds. So Raila Odinga engaged the crowd in a series of talks, and from what I could tell is that the people are not happy.
Siku 14 leo ni Mei 12, filimbi itapigwa na mtakuja, nyani mkono, nipigwe teke sitarudi nyuma, nipigwe teke, nipigwe pingu, hata Ruto waseme sisi tutarudi nyuma.
There was a time, I think, in one of the speakers in that event, one of the speakers reminded the hustlers there that you were promised pesa mfukoni, but that's not what you're getting right now. I would like to drop in a certain narrative into this analysis, a narrative of what Musalia Mudavadi is currently planning. And it's in reference to what the Kenya Kwanza said when they first talked about the issue of hustlers. They said that these people, the hustlers, are interested in what will work for them and not creation of job opportunities. Right now, we know that Musalia Mudavadi is planning for the launch of that office of the third in command, first, I don't know, I just don't know how this to call it, but the office of the spouse of the prime cabinet secretary. I found this as being hypocritical in a way that when these people first of all talked about creating jobs for people, what they are doing right now is creating jobs for their own family members. In our constitution, there is nowhere where a prime CS is there. There is nowhere where an office of the spouse of the prime CS is included. I remember in 2007, when Raila Odinga was given the mandate of a prime minister, a role which was so powerful as the president, he never went to the level of creating an office for the spouse of the prime minister. I mean, that office, I don't remember it being created. I don't know if there is anybody who knows about that office, but from my understanding, that office was never created because it was all about the people. So what this Kenya Kwanza and the leaders within Kenya Kwanza are doing is contrary to what they promised the hustlers. It is evident in that rally in GITHURAI, whereby the people seems to be resonating well with what Raila Odinga's call is all about. And Raila Odinga's call is all about the mass action that he still maintains that will be there if the president or if this government does not honor the request that he placed. And the request was very simple: lower the cost of living. That is what Raila Odinga requested. And I keep telling people, I don't know why most people always I've always fond of, using Raila Odinga's name negatively. I had someone say that huyu mzee asiende akaretire. I mean, let's face the facts here. Raila Amolo Odinga is able to survive in whichever economic times we find ourselves in. He has a lot of money that can sustain him. He has companies, he has wealth, he has connections. So he's not even fighting for himself right now. He is fighting for us, me and the common Mwananchi, the people, the likes of us who can't afford a daily meal. Those are the kind of people that Raila Amolo Odinga is fighting for. I keep hearing people say, oh, Raila A, oh, Raila B, but none of these people understand that the quest is not to simply become the president. Right now, Raila Amolo Odinga is not after being the president. Is after that constitution being respected. Is after you, a common Mwananchi, and any other common Mwananchi getting a fair share of the deal. It is not as the way the deputy president said that ati in a kampuni there are people to benefit, there are people not to benefit. That's not what Raila Amolo Odinga is all about. Being a statesman and being one of the champions of this election of these constitutions, he wants something better for all of us. So that rally, however impromptu it was, but the people within that region seems to have changed their tune. Initially, the place was hosted to Raila Amolo Odinga, but if you look at the videos that I'm showing in this analysis, then you can tell that Raila Amolo Odinga's reception in that place is okay. Mind you, this was not a rally that was planned. It was just something like, a stopover. Like he was going somewhere, decided to stop over and talk to the people. So it was not planned. If it had been planned, maybe the place would have been, full to a level where by now you couldn't even tell whether it's a stadium or just a roadside show. But the point is very simple. The people in Kenya Kwanza are all about creating jobs for themselves, and that is evident in Musalia Mudavadi's move. What if Musalia Mudavadi had just given that post to another person to be a coordinator? We don't see that post as being necessary because there is the office of, I think, the gender office of, I think there's an office that can handle what the first and the second ladies all involved in. If I look at the roles of the first and second lady, roles zao sio nyingi sana to want that person to sponsor, to look at, to help them in achieving the goals. What if that third person says, I want a fourth person to also assist me in achieving the goals, assist me in coordinating the first and the second offices? What if that is what we find ourselves in? So the issue of a third office is in itself a total show of hypocrisy. When they say that it is not about creation of jobs, it is all about mama mbogas and mama bodabodas, they said that to taint Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's image, that Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's image was one of a person who's only after creating jobs for people. We've seen a total different implementation of things in this government. Take a look at the CAS. CAS is total creation of jobs. If I was the president and I was true to my point, then the CS position would have just been abolished. If I was the president, I would have stayed true to my point and abolished the office of the office of the spouse of the prime cabinet secretary, because it is not relevant. Because mind you, like I said, the constitution does not recognize the prime cabinet secretary. The constitution does not have that office of the third in command, the wife to the third in command. The constitution does not have that. In fact, the constitution recognizes Wetangula as a third in command. So, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share what your opinions are with regards to that rally at GITHURAI. What do you think about that reception? Kindly share your text regarding the same. Once again, I'd like to urge any visitor, any subscriber who's not subscribed to this channel to please consider subscribing. Give us a like. You can hit the notification bell so that every time we upload such videos, you'll always become the first person to get notified. Now, ladies and gentlemen, kindly stay safe, stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.